Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and I am finally back with a another video. I know it's been about 2 months or so. I think August was my last post, but I just been really busy with school, and I haven't really had any new Beatles arrivals come in, and it's just I haven't really had the time to come up with some video ideas to other than showing Beatles updates. But that's all going to change. Um, this video and this next video because I've came across a pretty much a once in a lifetime Beatles collection in my area. My mom happened to go through going through a state sale site in our area, and she called me up pretty much immediately. It was like, take a look at this sale. So I looked it up, and it was again one of the best, like a lifelong time collection of Beatles, Bob Dylan, and King Crimson collection that I've ever seen. There was promo records, acetate records, signed memorabilia, posters, original posters, and a ton of records and books. Pretty much anything he got it. There was a whole bunch of CDs. Um, it was crazy. So my mom figured out this the day before the sale, so on Friday. So I was lucky enough for them to go for me since I was pretty far away. So they went um, to the sale on Saturday, the first day it opened up, and I thought it was going to be kind of super crowded. I was like, I'm just lucky to get a couple records or something. But surprisingly, my parents made it there about 15 minutes before they opened, and they were ended up being 19th in line, which was pretty good, all things considering. This collection. Hopefully, I can throw in some some pictures from this collection just for you guys to see what he kind of had. They had about 200, 300 pictures up on the estate sale, and it was pretty impressive. Um, so, in fact, it was so impressive. I went back the second day because it was half off day on Sunday. So, I was free on Sunday, and I went down there myself and picked up more items for half off. So I'll kind of give you a rough feel of how much I kind of paid for each album. I think everything was relatively priced really good. I think it was fair. I think even sometimes more than fair. And then on half price day, it was just kind of icing on the cake. So this is going to be a part one or day one video of this massive Beatles update. I believe I got about 75 items in total, and 45s, records, CDs, and I got a few posters as well, and books as well. So this one's actually going to be the smaller pile from day one since everything was full price, and I had to FaceTime my mom. She she was going through about everything she could, and I was just looking at my phone screen trying to make sure. It was like, wait 1 second, let me take a look at that one, and so I'm thankful for them to go to a state sale because this was truly a once in a lifetime opportunity to go through a collection um, this great, this so well preserved. So that's enough talking about that for about 4 minutes. This is probably going to be a long video anyway, so I'm going to get right to it. But that's just kind of the background, setting the scene for what I walked in or saw the pictures. But there was about two crates of 45s. Ones were not priced and ones that were priced. So these were the not priced. So everything in this crate was like $5 each. So we're gonna start off with some jukebox series. This is Sergeant Pepper, with a little help from my friends, with A Day in the Life as the B side. Excuse me, got some allergies going on, so if you hear me cough, I apologize for that. And then next up we have Love Me Do, back with P.S. I Love You, and this is on the plain black vinyl. There is a red vinyl version that was kind of an error pressing, so be on the lookout for that. Let's see if I have any more Beatles ones or if I just go to solo. stuff. So those were all the Beatles 45s I got that day one. I did see, excuse me, I didn't see any picture sleeves right away, but we'll get to that on day two. So be on the lookout for that. But some of these 45s filled some holes in my solo discography. So I got some promos here that I'm really excited to add to the collection. So we're going to start off with John Lennon. Sorry. We got What You Got, um, both the A and B side. And this one was the most expensive record 45 that I got. Um, I don't think there's anything different on the either side, but it's a tougher promo to find for John Lennon 45s, and these Apple promos are getting harder and harder to find. So we got another Apple 45 here. We got Paul McCartney and Wings. We got Hell on Wheels, and this is a mono and stereo A and B side. And then we got Ringo Star. We got Ooh Wee. Again, more of a kind of a tougher Ringo promo to find. Happy to pick that one up. And then, man, we got a Dose of Rock and Roll. And this one is this is the without intro and the with intro promo 45. There's another promo, Dose of Rock and Roll, which I believe is the short and long version. So that is that. And let's go with this one here. We got Lipstick Traces on a Cigarette promo on the portrait label. And we have another kind of for jukebox only. Sorry. We got Rack My Brain backed with Private Property on red vinyl. So that looks nice. So those were all 45s I picked up that day. And again, really happy to find a lot of promos to add to the 45 discography. So now we're going to go on to the albums. I got a few Beatles records and a couple albums with some 7-inch or 12-inch singles. So I was pretty excited for that. So we're going to start off with the Beatles LPs. We got the Savage Young Beatles, and this is a original press from '65, I believe. And one way to tell is that the and the is printed on there twice. The reissues take out the first the, and again, a really clean copy here. This is a stereo version. I believe the orange covers are the more rare ones, I believe, but I don't really know too much history about this album to go in depth with it, other than it's kind of a tougher one to find. That's kind of like an unofficial release from the 60s. But finally happy to have one of these copies, yellow cover or orange cover, in my collection. Finally, ended up being in nice shape. It was just a cherry on top. Okay, next up we got Ain't She Sweet, and this is just kind of a tougher, kind of Tony Sheridan type album to find. That was, I think, also released in '65. So this was kind of a tricky one to track down. This one has 4 Beatles songs, and then all the rest of the songs are by the Swallows. So they're trying to capitalize on some Beatles popularity there. But the Swallows do cover some Beatles songs on here, though. So I guess you got that. And let me show you the record. And here we go. It's on the Atco label. and again in a pretty nice shape. Nothing really too major, just probably some surface scratches from being a little old. And the cover and jacket itself is really nice. Got a little glossy finish. Pretty clean on the back. And this one I kind of found this out and about on one of the tables. I don't think they really knew what they were, the estate company. But I think I just got thrown this in for free. But we got a Beatles Let It Be box. And this is just the box. I have a first pressing Let It Be in my collection. So to kind of Frankenstein a box together, now I just got to find a book and maybe a tray insert or so to complete a Let It Be box set for probably way cheaper than to buy a complete box set on its own. So that's kind of a nice little throw in there to kind of have thrown in there. But these two are the heavy hitters for the Beatles albums that I'm really excited to get. And luckily, my birthday was coming up or is coming up in a couple weeks, and these are probably some early birthday presents. So. um, so I found this at a record show one year. Didn't really know what it was, and I passed up on it. And then when I was making my rounds again, it wasn't there, or I would have bought it. But I got it now. We got a German copy of Magical Mystery Tour with the B-3 matrix on side B. And again, this is pretty much the definite copy if you're looking for sound quality for Magical Mystery Tour. This is all in true stereo if it has the B-3 matrix on the B side. So I'm very happy to get to listen to this. It's not a gatefold. There's the back. And the cover is pretty cool as well. The artwork is really nice. And it is on the German Apple label here. Really nice shape as well. And again, I'm just really happy to find this. This one was pictured on the estate sale. And I was talking to my mom. I was like, if we can find that one and get that one, I would be happy if that was the only thing I got. So lucky to find that one. And then in the same crate, I happened to stumble across another regretted not buying album. We have finally got Let It Be Naked in the collection, and it's complete, as you probably saw. Has the Fly on the Wall EP, and this one also has sound recording is and recording is as one word on the credits there. So it's kind of a probably not going to be able to see that one. Let's see. No, anyway, in the very bottom paragraph, there's recording is as one word. It fixed it on later copies, so that's kind of a nice touch. But here's the back. This came out in 2003. Still has not been reissued to this day. So it's kind of coming more of a premium, and this was very fairly priced, and I was really excited to see that one in the crate still. A nice gatefold. And yeah, I'm finally again these finds are like filling in some holes in my collection that I've been looking for a while. So here's the booklet. Yeah. And I just gotta flip through some pages. And the record here. Put that back in. There we go. And here is the record. Looks hardly played. So this was one of the first CDs I bought as a Beatles collector. So to finally have this one on vinyl, I'm very happy to listen to it online. I guess Let It Be Naked as an album I've always enjoyed the different, I guess, mix, I guess you can say, the despectorized versions. Um, I don't really know the definite which way I would go on that. That would probably be his own separate video if I were to make that. But that was all the Beatles albums. Very happy with those. And then I got some solo stuff here. Again, very happy to get this next one here. And it is Paul McCartney, or the fire, excuse me, the Fireman. We got Electric Arguments from 2013, I believe. And it did come with the original uh, sleeve with the hype sticker. Um, be careful with these PVC sleeves if you still have it on your Electric Arguments, because the PVC goes through a process called, I guess, off gassing and plastic migration, to where the PVC plastic goes through the cover onto the vinyl, and it's like permanent plastic in the grooves where you can't wash it off or anything like that. And I was lucky enough to have minimal of that. Let's see if it kind of shows up on camera here, but you can see there's some cloudiness. You can see where the hype sticker is right there, how it kind of blocked off the plastic migration, but it's kind of cloudy around it. So if you have any PVC inner sleeves, please be careful with that. But the B side, to where it was facing inward towards the album jacket, is fine. So hopefully this is still going to be playable. But again, I got it for a good price, to where it was worth picking up anyways. So it comes with a booklet of some artwork. I'm guessing Paul McCartney has done. And it also came with a CD. I think with some bonus tracks on this one. Has the album and some bonus tracks on it, if I remember. So that's what it looks like. So I will keep the hype sticker. I just need to store it somewhere else that is safe away from the records. So here is the gatefold. And the inner sleeve. And let's see. Yeah, that side looks pretty good. It still has kind of some cloudiness on that one. Yeah, you can see all the kind of the streaks there. That's from the plastic migration and the off gassing. So be careful with those. Just a heads up. But overall, I don't think I'm not too familiar with this album, other than I know it's supposed to be pretty good for a Paul McCartney experimental album. But from what I've heard, it's supposed to be kind of more of a standard studio album. So I'm excited to listen to that. All right, next up we got a couple 12-inch singles. We have Paul McCartney, No More Lonely Nights, and this is the special dance mix version by Arthur Baker. So there you have it. I think they're both, one's 6 minutes 53 seconds, and the other one is 4 minutes and 14 seconds. And I guess it was a promo stamp right there. So I believe all I need now for No More Lonely Nights is like the 12-inch picture disc version, and then I have like all the versions of that song. I got the 45, promo 45, 12-inch, promo 12-inch, picture disc 12-inch. So anyway, next 12-inch single, we got Ringo Star, and we got Drowning in the Sea of Love on Atlantic. So there's the jacket, there's the label. Nothing too expensive, other than it's just or rare about it, other than it's just kind of a promo. So yeah, just kind of filling in more gaps for the solo discography. And the next 12-inch single is probably my favorite one, because this one I think is a little bit more on the rare side and has some pretty decent value. We got George Harrison, Devil's Radio, 12-inch promo. I'm gonna take this one out of the sleeve so you can see it better. But there's a 12-inch version and I think a 7-inch version as well. I think the 7-inch version is even more rare. This comes with a white back, but it's just a nice. I really like the picture of the cover there, and again, just never played on the Dark Horse label promotional copy, and I believe it's just the same. Yeah, same song on both sides. So very happy to find that one out in the collection, I guess. And this brings us down to the last album item from day one. If you can believe, I got more stuff. Just wait till the next video. Hopefully, I won't be coughing throughout that one. But anyway, excited to find this one. This just recently got reissued for Record Store Day. Um, I guess last year for Black Friday, or it could have been anyway one of the Record Store days. But I finally found a Ringo Store old wave original album, and again, just really nice, clean copy. Um, Gonna have a little bit of glossy finish. And this pressing is from Germany, as they didn't release this album in many countries, but have a nice German copy. I'm pleased with that for sure. So, and speaking of Record Store Day, the Record Store Day list came out. Uh, I guess that's the time I'm recording this video a couple days ago, and there's not really too much out there for Beatles fans, I don't think. Which after this collection, I don't really want to be worried about buying any more stuff because I think I'm good for about the rest of the year. Um, in terms of purchasing items, but yeah, there you have it. This is um, video one, day one of this massive collection. Again, I'm gonna try to throw in some photos here if I can of the collection, and be on the lookout for day two because I'll have again CDs, posters, more 45s, more LPs, and after after the second day was done, um, I didn't get to stay till the very end of it. I stayed a couple hours. For the sale, it was only open for 3 hours, and I called the called the estate sale company a couple days later. The sale was done, and I was curious what they did with all the stuff that was left over because there was still a good bit left, and they had a guy buy out the rest of the stuff. So that was pretty cool. And he must have probably got a good deal because I went through the CDs CD rack, and there was just like a whole shelf, maybe about the size of this behind me, just full CDs. And I went through the CDs, picked out what I wanted, and then like the very next guy bought all of them. They were $1 each. So anyway, I'll stop kind of rambling here because it was just kind of a crazy collection, and it's kind of worth rambling, I guess, about it a little while longer. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a longer video. Hope you got to see some pretty cool stuff, and stay tuned for the second video. I want to try to get it out somewhat soon after this video, and then I think I'm going to try to find, since I'm home for an off week, I'm going to try to figure out another video to do um, in terms of not showing, just showing albums that kind of make a start up a series to potentially um, go through a record like Meet the Beatles and to show how many variations are out there, what to look for, that kind of thing. And if you're interested in that, just let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, but I hope it's worth it. And then stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.